We gotta save the grand finale when it comes to energy, and there's nobody who has more energy in life that I know of than Tyler Conroy. If you have not seen his video reacting to this album, you need to go on TikTok and Instagram and watch it. Tyler, do you have a voice? Have you slept?
I have not slept since Wednesday night, but the voice is still here. My mother asked me the same question. Oh, there was a voice crack, so maybe it's not here. I've been like hydrating and Celsiusing, so we're doing both together. I just also first off want to say the four of you are so inspiring, and this like thing that's happening right now is just like fueling me with so much like hope and positivity, and also just creativity and inspiration and light. So thank you for having me be a part of this, because this is so iconic.
Okay, that's a great segue because I was going to ask, where do you find your inspiration? So when you're thinking about approaching from, an influencer standpoint, a new album, what's kind of your process?
I first like decide to say what feels authentic to me. Like I love listening to the album, and filming the reaction videos has been something that I've been doing. I think I started it with Reputation, and I literally did it in like my office at midnight. I'd asked them if I could like go in because I was scared of getting evicted from my apartment. And that video did so well that people just wanted to keep seeing me react to things, because I'm very extroverted. And so my reactions are, I have to like extrovert how I'm feeling when I'm reacting to things. So that's kind of my first go. And then I just need to like take time to sit with it and really see like, okay, what's resonating with me? What's sparking creativity? I love scrolling on TikTok and seeing what other people are doing, what's sparking creativity for them. So it's kind of that like creative collaboration between what I'm authentically feeling and thinking, and then putting that out into the universe, and then being like, okay, what are other people feeling and thinking, and what does that inspire in my creativity?
I love that. Well, we got to get to the album and some of the talkers here. So I know when we were discussing before this live show, track 4 is a big talker. Can you tell me about Father Figure?
Track 4 is a big talker because first off, Taylor Swift calls out the size of an anatomy that she metaphorically has, which literally gagged me beyond no extent when I first heard that line. But it's also fun because she plays upon this role of the father figure, but also there's two personas within the father figure. So she said on Elvis Duran that she intentionally had this song have two kind of narratives. One as someone else being the father figure that she looks up to, and then that kind of role reversal where she becomes that father figure and they kind of become non-existent anymore. And that's clearly most likely about her ex-manager, Scott Borchetta. So that was just like a really fun moment for her to kind of reclaim her power after just getting her masters back, and then being able to write a song like that, being like, I'm the captain now. Like I am the father figure.
That's also very much like a Taylor Swift cue card, is when you watch something like the New Heights podcast, some of those questions are her explanation kind of leading into when she talked about the masters. I was like, I wonder if that's going to be addressed. Another big thing that she addressed was kind of, mental health and the internet. And we see that in Canceled. We also, a big talker is everyone is talking about Actually Romantic, which one thing about Taylor is when you first read these lyrics, when I read Actually Romantic, I thought maybe it's Travis, while he was courting her, was actually romantic. And it couldn't be farther off. Tell me about this song.
No, Actually Romantic is definitely her response to a song that Charlie XCX wrote about her called Sympathy is a Knife. And Taylor Swift actually just said in an interview that she loved this album and she loves this process of making music and songwriting because it's her time to talk about things that she normally wouldn't talk about. These aren't things she's just going to take to Twitter and talk about. The way she does that is through art. So same with her masters, her way to kind of talk about the behind the curtain of getting her masters was writing Father Figure. And this whole album is that look behind the curtain. So when someone comes for her, she's going to write about it most likely. She might not talk about it in the press, but she will turn it into art. So Actually Romantic is this story about Charlie XCX's kind of diss track to Taylor, and Taylor being like, wow, you're so obsessed with me. That's actually hot. Like that's actually romantic. Like talk more dirty to me. This is amazing. I love how obsessed you are with me.
I feel like that's a really good transition into the next track that I'm going to ask you about. Again, we're keeping it PG, but when you heard her 9th track, what was your first reaction?
Blushing, sweating. I remember the first time I realized when she said the line about his love was the key that opened my thighs. It all clicked. Like it all clicked. And then that was like at the end of that first chorus. So then the whole second verse, I'm like, wait, I thought the song was about her not being superstitious anymore and her just knocking on wood. And now all of a sudden I think we're talking about her fiance's anatomy, and it just took a whole different meaning. But Taylor does that so well with her innuendos and her metaphors, and it's why she is such a genius songwriter.
And something really important, I think, with that song, I mean, at least forwarding the conversation, I spoke with a Harvard professor who teaches a Taylor Swift class, Stephanie Burt. And Stephanie was saying, you know, you get to a comfortability. She has been in the industry 20 years. She is in her mid 30s. She is getting married. It is more of an adult topic. It kind of extends what we saw when it came to dress and or to guilty as sin. But Taylor shouldn't be scoffed at or looked in a different light because she is willing to talk about this.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you even see with other artists like Sabrina Carpenter and all the drama about her man's best friend cover. And it was like, well, men have done this so long in other facets. Why are we now not letting a woman talk about this? Why can't a woman talk about this experience that she also has, but it's okay for men to talk about this experience? And I think Taylor kind of is doing that in here. She kind of did it a little bit in Tortured Poets Department, but not to the extremity that she has done in the life of a showgirl, especially with Wood. And so I just think it's her being like, I'm engaged, I'm a mature and grown woman, and I'm going to write about what I'm feeling at this current point in my life. And that's a very valid thing that she is feeling.
One of the user comments